All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Let's do an audio check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right. How's everybody doing? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. How's everybody doing? We be sounding crystal clear, man. The audio be rocking and rolling, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. All right. I am going to mess around with some of this content, right? All while, that's what I do. I'm gonna put out some boxing content while I'm here at the desk, right? Part 2 of the Buddy McGirt, right? Here my animals out there turning up. They out there turning up. Yeah, they out there turning up. You hear them? You hear them? Y'all hear them, right? But I'm gonna get some content out as we speak. All right. I just want to get some stuff out. You know. You know my saying. It's cool when they do it. Cause like I told you, that Buddy McGirt interview, there's a lot of gems in it. And how we're playing now, I can really hook it up, man. Drop it in pieces. Drop it in pieces. And that's what I'm doing right now. The first video of the part 2, I'm about to drop right now. I want to talk about some trending topics. Earl Spence popped out. Well, he didn't really pop out. He is celebrating his living girlfriend slash son's mother, right? Because I don't think they're officially married. So I'll call it what it is: living girlfriend, son's mother, right? Significant other. But they are celebrating her life day. 31 years old. She's 31 years old. They're celebrating, and his images and videos have surfaced on the internet. He's in phenomenal shape, but he's not fighting, man. And there was a point in time when he did stunts like this, the internet would have shut down. Still, it still might, but not. It's not going to be like how it used to be when the Dookie Browns, the everything boxing clowns, and all these guys would just run with the dumb narratives. It's not going to be like that no more because this guy's been out the ring for 3 years. 3 years, really no boxing inside the ring motion. But he looks great, and that's the plan, to always stay in shape and looking the part. Because, and I say this respectfully, the sheep, the dumb fans, will always clamor for you to fight, and then you do what you always do, EJ. You put out a decrypted tweet or a text or an X. I call it an X, and you make it seem like you're gonna come back or you're not gonna come back. Over here, guy. Come here. Over here, guy. Over here. Come on. Come on, guy. Brownie. Let's go. Let's go. Get over here. Brownie. Brownie, what did I say? What did I say? No. 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 But yes, that's what he does, man. He puts out the decrypted tweets or the X, and his fans, his diehard worshipers, the Earl sexuals, they lose their mind. But it doesn't have, like I said, that aura is over. It's over, man. He's like I said, he's been out the ring for so long. A lot has transpired since he got the um, T-Mobile massacre. Terrence Crawford has won on to conquer Canelo in another division. So it's like that mystique is not there. But he did look great. You know, I want to applaud him for looking great. Dreads is nice and long. So, you know, shout out to him, man. Anything else do I want to touch on in boxing before I get on to the dirty section? You know, the dirty section. Y'all got to talk about the dirty section, y'all. The dirty section in boxing, I call it a crow community. The crow community in boxing, man, got exposed this week, man. The crow community in boxing got exposed. Y'all know that, right? The boxing got exposed this weekend at the Barclays Center, man. It was probably arguably one of the weakest turnouts. Um, who knows what the pay-per-view did, right? But the actual turnout, and shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing. He put out a video. I would share his content, but I don't trust these guys, respectfully. No disrespect, but respect. I don't trust these guys. But I did a remix to his video, and he showed the arena. And the arena was empty, to say the least. And I know it was, because when I watched the content creator that took his time out of his day to do pro bono work, because I know he didn't get paid, right? He was out there covering all the events. And when he showed the weigh-in, you can fool a fan, but you can't fool a man, right? He showed the weigh-in, and the weigh-in was open to the public. So people were in the lobby. And he wanted the people watching the video to believe that it was going to be rocking tomorrow. Saturday. This was on Friday. He was like, yo, it was going to be rocking. And I knew then. I said, yo, those are Sabra Matisse supporters that probably came from Puerto Rico to New York to support. The Barclays Center is going to be empty, because when they have open to the public weigh-ins, right, and the fight is rocking, the open to the public weigh-in looks like a movie, man. It doesn't look like how that shit looked at, man. It just doesn't, man. If you know, you know. If you ever cover fights, you know, I covered a lot of fights, man. From both sides of the spectrum. From never having credentials to being there and still doing my thing, to being credentialed up on both sides of the fence. So I think when I do speak on these things, like I put out in that post today, like I don't really rock with a lot of these guys with the boxing, because they all they do is gossip, and then when I pop it, they feel some type of way, because unlike most of them, I'm not gossiping. I'm speaking on my experiences. Rest in peace to Luther Vandross, things that I've been through, right? Things that I've been through. But I just posted that shit, one of the videos. I'm gonna, you know, kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna work, put out content, right? That's what we're doing here. That's what we are doing. We're gonna drop the literature as well. Now I may come back on, because I really want to speak on some of this what's going on in the urban, real trending blogging streets out here, because There's a lot going on that people actually are into. Not saying that they're not into the boxing, but like I'm telling you, the internet boxing scene is trash, man. It's how did Hassan Campbell say it? The internet boxing scene. There's too many content creators and competition. I kind of touched on that yesterday, right? When I was saying how like these niggas got the debater leagues, all this weird goofy shit. Like if you niggas want to do something, get in the ring and fight, man. What is all this debating over gladiators? Like, man, get in the ring and fight. Glove up. Run it up, man. You niggas like to argue over meaningless points too, man. A lot of points that you guys sit on the internet and argue over are not relevant boxing points. You know, there's just a lot of opinion based stuff. That's why I say no jealous fan zone. A lot of shit that y'all be kicking is jealous fan zone rhetoric, man. Don't get mad at me for pointing out the obvious, man. Don't get mad at me. Oh, let's get to some of these comments, right? How you doing, Dylan? Even though I have no subscribers, do you remember I have no? I don't remember, Dylan. CW, what up, good brother? CW thumbnails in the building. A War Eagle General, right? I'm just, CW, I'm killing two birds with one stone, man. I'm dropping content as we speak right now. The part 2 of the Buddy McGirt. I'm doing that too. So we working. But I'm just touching on little random bots and shit. Like I seen Earl Spence pop out. And I see they try to hide my content. That's why like certain content I don't even go ham. I don't waste my time anymore because I learned the game. I'm like, they're trying to shadow ban my shit. So why should I go hard? Right? Why should I go hard? But then you see, this is how you can tell who's who in Whoville, right? If a content creator does a whole live stream on something and it's a popping topic, if I put out content on it, but yeah, I can't get a view. Come on, man. What are we really doing here, huh? What are we really doing here? But yes, Earl Spence did look good, but I don't think he can fight. He can't fight, man. He can't fight, man. That's why Virgil Ortiz called him out because they know it. Like everybody who somebody knows, right? It's just like I said. It's the Earl sexuals. It's the diehard idol worshippers that don't want to come to the grips, man. The man ain't fought in 3 years, man. 3 years. And look, for not fighting in 3 years, this is the best shape that he's ever looked in. And the reason why he's doing that is because he can't fight no more. He can't fight. But if he looks like he's ready for a fight, and he does, he looks like he's in fight camp. Right? Now, had he been like this, dedicated like this, right? When he was really fighting, but you know why he couldn't? And CW, I'm cooking. I'm giving the gems out right now. The reason why he couldn't is because the company that he kept. Right? These guys always had him in the club. They was getting him drunk. He's running around with rappers. He's running around with street niggas. He wasn't focused. Now that he's no longer fighting and he's focused on his family life, right? You see, he looks good. He looks clean. If you pay attention to on his pop outs, when he does pop out, he's not rolling with an entourage of yes men and guys that are just there to go to the club afterwards to party and get him drunk. He's not moving like that no more. He's not moving like that. But unfortunately for him, at the height of his career, that's how he was moving. And it kind of derailed his career. And I think he even mentioned that, man. He won't give me my flowers. But I seen Blue Blood Sports TV did a video and he mentioned it. That's how he pays homage to me. He'd be like, yo, man, Sha been killing me for years. He been killing me. But he was right all along. Because he posted something, right? I don't follow him. I gotta look. Last time he blocked me, then he unblocked me. He's weird, man. Right? What he can do is he got to do right, man. You was the prime objective for the defamation of character, and I hold you accountable for that, Earl, because you were goofy, a fiend, on drugs, high, and all that shit, and you lied on me. And when you lied on me, your idol worshiping dick eaters, cockroaches, crows, they thought that it was cool. And that is why I told you, when you did me wrong, you cursed yourself, because I am blessed and highly favored. And look how it turned out. Look how it turned out. But it's good to see you back. Your dreads are growing very long. Very, very long. All right, let's get another video up. Look, I'm putting these videos out right now as we speak. I'm at the desk working, CW, killing two birds with one stone. I'm going to drop this one. These are the Buddy McGurks. These are the Buddy McGurk pieces right now, man. Right? But I see all the content wars are going on right now. Everybody's talking about the dirty section. I just think, you know what it is? I just think like YouTube, period. Me and my guy was talking about this today. And then shout out to Gully TV. Gully TV was on live. And I just said that content creating is like the new crack. Everybody thinks they can do content. Everybody thinks it's easy to do content. And you know the guys that know it's not easy to do content? They're nomadic. You know what I mean by nomadic? They're on everybody and everybody else's channel. They're not creating their own niche because they can't. They always have to have somebody online with them. They can't fly their own plane. They don't really have a lane, right? That's why I posted that artwork today. CW, did you see that artwork? Let me pull it up. Look at this artwork, man. I'm telling you, I used it for the thumbnail, but I'm in my bag now with the artwork. That's why they can't lie no more, man. They can't lie no more, man. See, right now, all I'm doing is just piling up receipts, digital receipts now, man, because I already had the reality receipts. Now it's just the digital receipts, right? Look at these digital receipts, though, man. Look at this one. Shout out to CW Thumbnails. I took it a step up. Did you see this one, CW? Right? Look, these motherfuckers is, look, and this is why the game is exposed, man, because these are the things that these guys set up. They do these, right? They do P files and artwork and graphics. But the moment I started incorporating all that, they got where they are. And like this picture right here, CW. This is where they are. This is where they are. Look, they are in. You see this? Do you see this artwork right here, CW? Do you see this? Huh? You see it? Look at it. This is where they are, man. Look at this poster right here. Look, that's them right there. Look, that's all of these guys. Look, in the bushes, looking from their phones, not hitting the like button, just watching, right? And you see what I said on this poster? A real boxing brand and business will always separate itself from the jealous fan zone. That's what I have been doing. And a lot of, like I said, the content competitors, content crows, they are these guys right here. They're in the bushes. They've been like that for 7 years. But for 7 years, I have hit gears, right? When you Google Shanewz Boxing LLC, you'll see the stamp, certification, and real work, not gossip. I gossip about trending topics, hip-hop topics now. And that's why I'm not going to mix it in, because I'm going to do the Jim Jones Dame Dash one probably later when I come from the gym tonight, right? But there's a difference between talking about boxing online, speaking from lived experiences. That's two different lanes. Marketing, management, media. They weren't ignoring the motion, they just can't relate to the process. Protect your brand, protect your name. Right here. You see it? Stop hiding in the bushes. Man, how is the content looking now, though, man? How's it looking, man? These niggas is hiding in the bushes. These niggas is hiding in the bushes, man. But that's what real content will do with stamps and certifications. You have them in the bushes, especially when they have fake numbers, right? Like they have thousands and tens of thousands of subs and go live and only have 100 people in there. Or they go live and they only have 36 people in there watching. But it's like, bro, you're supposed to have all of this flow with you. And me, over the years, no views. Oh, only 2 people watching, only 3 people watching. But yet still I rise. I still rise, right? And how I operate now, right? I don't even pop out the cover boxing events. Because when I do cover boxing events, I turn up and turn it out. And my brand is my brand. Like I could have went to the fight. Remember I said they was giving out the free tickets. I chose not to cover this event. You know why? Because I knew this event was going to fail. And I said that. And I wanted all the people that was out there covering it to look like what they are. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have the fellowship, and it showed because everybody that was out there on the front lines getting to the motion, the people that watch you and support you did not watch and support this fight, and it's obvious. So, do the people actually support you? Is what I'm saying, because a lot of you guys were saying this is the fight, watch the fight, da 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 da. Nobody did. Are you following that? A couple that's in the building, are y'all following that, man? Can you hear me? Look, they are blowing my daughter up. I gotta go get her in a little bit. Her friends blow the phone up all day. All night long, all night, all night, all night long. They be blowing the phone up, man. That's Coach Reen's new line, man. I gave that line to Coach Reen, man. I gave that line to Coach Reen. Man. Oh yeah, the videos are up, man. Let's check them out together, man. Tell me what y'all think. The couple y'all that's in here, look. I just posted these, man. See, I told y'all I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, man. These are the Buddy McGirt files right here. These are the Buddy McGirt files. I'm exposing y'all now because you're gonna have to watch the content. If you're not a War Council Eagle member, you don't get the full interview. You don't get these full interviews right here. Look. I just put these out right here. We working.
Witness the rise of a boxing prodigy destined for greatness.
What you do best. You know, listen, I've known Shakur since he was, I want to say like 12, 13 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see then that the kid was destined for greatness. Like you could see it, man. I mean, he had a pro style when he was 14, 15 years old. You know, his style was meant for the pros, not the amateurs. You know what I mean? I just don't see anyone beating him right now at 140 or 147.
Damn, that's how I pray.
Witness the rise
that's
of a
a
boxing
legend right
prodigy
there, man.
destined for
Now,
greatness.
let me stop.
What
right?
you do best.
Yo,
You know,
Buddy
listen,
McGirt,
I've known
cousin Buddy, man. I brought it back, man. A classic. Remember, Buddy said that about Crawford. Remember, he said Crawford was going to beat Canelo. You guys might have overlooked that. I gave that gem to you many years ago because he was one of my original interviews when I was StreamYard. I wasn't as good as I am now, but I interviewed him and we spoke about that. I always do this, but see, now you can't get these for free. Only the War Council members get it. You're getting the clips. These are clips. You won't see the whole insight. Right? Right, CW? CW, did you get that in-depth conversation with me and the OG legend. He said, "Yeah, right before I called you, right?
Witness the rise of a boxing prodigy.
Look,
Witness the rise of a boxing prodigy destined to become a superstar.
yeah,
A lot of people, you know, I got a guy like Shakur. Like I said, I remember when he was a kid, man. I used to watch him box in these amateur tournaments, and he wouldn't get started until after the second round. He was just fucking. He was unbelievable, man. As a kid, pre-teenage, I was like, damn, this fucking kid. I was just, this little guy's gonna be a fucking superstar, man.
yeah. Because you see him working with like Terrence Crawford, also Andre Ward. You said yourself, you shadow box with him. He's been in there with a lot of hitters, right? And it's like he takes what he learns. He's like a computer.
He soaks it up. The sponge, he soaks it up.
Man, yeah.
You know, I read an article where he said he watches Pernell Whitaker. You know what I mean? And you study Pernell, man, and if he can get half of that shit down, Pat, ain't nobody gonna.
Yeah, they can't mess with me, man. CW, you see the content, man? See the gems out here, man? See the gems, man? Kid was destined for greatness. Yeah, man. Hell no. Yeah, listen, man. I'm just sharing my experiences, man. That's all I'm doing, man. This is a boxing live stream, man. Don't let it go overlooked, man. Don't let the work go overlooked, man. Because in a second, when I make the full transition, and I don't even waste my energy even giving you guys, my conversations with people like this anymore. Because you see how I've been. I said it, man. I don't even like to interview fighters or people no more, man. I just, this is family right here, man. This is family, man. So I was like, you know what, man? I didn't promote this, right? I did not promote this, right? I don't even think I told you, CW or Gumbo. Normally I tell you guys like, yo, I'm about to interview. The day before I was like, yo, it's up tomorrow. I'm 10 o'clock in the morning. Look, and I didn't go for no prime time because I don't want people to watch my shit anymore. Because I know they always been watching it, right? Now what I want them to do is just drowned like they've been doing in the bushes, right? Because you didn't have to watch me, and I hit a gear. I changed the lane. I changed the level without you watching me. And now you see that. Look at the content. Look at the content, man. Look at the graphics. These are all the things that all you guys for years that didn't want to support me. This is the reason why you were saying you didn't support. It's because I didn't have the illusion. I didn't want the illusion. You know why? I have the substance. You can't teach substance. Substance is not a gimmick. You niggas was in the gimmicks. That's why you're in the jealous fan zone bushes now. And look at this fire content that I'm dropping for you fraudulent fans. All right? That's history right there when he's telling you about Shakur Stevenson. History. All right? Don't let it go over your head, man. How's the content looking, though, man? These are the Buddy McGirt segments, man. These are the Buddy McGirt segments. I'm going to go get Coach Green in about another 10 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. And I had a good day at work today. I wanted to put out an ice video, but I didn't get a chance to. Maybe tonight. I gotta tap that in. That's how we're doing with the content, man. I'm talking boxing now just to drown them. And the only reason why I'm talking boxing now is because, like I said, I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm putting out the Buddy McGirt files. The shorts, not the full interview. Just the shorts, man. You know? But that fight Saturday night, that shit bombed, man. It bombed so bad. A lot of niggas don't want to post their content. Like, post your content, man. Oh, don't be like that, man. A lot of you niggas, this is what y'all wanted to do. So you gotta accept that, man. You gotta accept that, man. Post that content. The fights, what's the name got put out? It was a good fight, but nobody went. It just shows you where the boxing game is at, man. Nobody went, man. Nobody was there, man. Your channel, right? Look, everything that everybody try to put on me, that's really y'all channels, man. You niggas have a fellowship of jealous fans that don't support nothing. They show for Sabril Matisse. Motherfuckers didn't even come out, man. They ain't even come out, man. I know the pay-per-views ain't do shit. If the people didn't come out to buy tickets, you think that pay-per-view did something? Hell no. Hell no, that pay-per-view ain't do nothing. What you think, CW? Still in here? What you think that pay-per-view did? What you think that pay-per-view did, CW? Yo, and he was a world champion, right? That's why I don't sleep on Xander Zion, right? And Edgar Berlanga and these guys, they have fan bases, man. I'll tell you what, if that was Edgar would have had a lot of more people in there. If that was Xander, because Xander gets the Hula Theater popping. And I'll tell you what, I think there was more people in the Hula Theater because they didn't need that big arena, man. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's look it up real quick, right? We're at the desk. Let's see. They gotta have it on here. Let's see that. Let's look. They probably don't even got that shit up there, man, because they're embarrassed. You know that? They probably don't even got it up there. I'm telling you, they don't got it up there. They don't even look, they don't even have it up there. Told you. That's how empty it was. They don't even have it up there. Yeah, it was that bad, man. It was that bad. Look, they don't even have it up there. Look, they don't even have it up there, man. That's how empty it was, man. It was empty. It was empty, and I don't think nobody paid $60 for that. People didn't even want to pay $60 for the tickets. CW, it was empty in there, man. Yo, look at Punch Drunk's video. Punch Drunk did the video. He wasn't there. Somebody that was there for him probably. Yo, they panned out around the crowd. Yo, the shit looked nasty. It was so empty in there, man. It was how these guys would say it was diabolical. And they be like diabolical. Look, I just dropped another one for y'all. Look, let me refresh it so y'all can see. Look, we got heat over here, y'all.
Witness the rise of a boxing prodigy
We turning the
destined
heat up
for
over here,
greatness.
man.
What you do best, you know. Listen, I've known Shakur since he was, I want to say like 12, 13 maybe.
So he known Shakur. Here's another one right here. Look. He
Analyzing strategies for Teofimo Lopez against Shakur with insights on fight dynamics.
Implement for him to go up against Shakur.
Got to make it a boring fight. You go in there and jump on Shakur because he'll fucking eat you up. He eats up. You just got to be double smart than him.
Yeah.
But That's easier said than done.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? I pick Shakur to win the fight. I pick him to win the fight for sure.
Analyzing
You heard that gem right
Teofimo
there?
Lopez
Yeah, that was a
against
gem,
Shakur
right? Look,
with
see, I give out the gems over here, CW, right? So Teofimo Lopez, man. Teofimo, don't try to get out there and jump on Shakur because he's gonna eat you up, man. You gotta play chess. You gotta be smarter than him. That was strategic strategy from a Hall of Famer, my cousin. Right? See, I looked out for you. I gave you a gem because if you go out there and you try to jump on him, you heard what Buddy said. He's gonna punch you all in your face. Yeah, he's gonna pick you apart, brother. So you have to be strategic. You have to be strategic. Be smart. Don't be stupid, right? Don't be stupid, man. Right? Be very calculated. Outsmart them, right? But we'll be back on later. You know me, I'll probably go live at the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym today. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay up in there. But I definitely want to come back on to do the Jim Jones. You see, I didn't tie that in. I want to speak on Jim Jones and Gully TV and all these things that's going on right now. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Y'all hit the like button, right? Donate to the channel, right? He said a double smart him. I never heard that. Yes, outsmart him. You gotta outsmart him, man. It's chess, man. Boxing is a thinking man's game, man. You know, you know why you never heard that, CW, respectfully? Because, you know, you sit on this YouTube boxing and you listen to jealous fans with content that call themselves content making digital creators, but they never been in the gym. These niggas debate boxing. Boxers fight. They fight, nigga. You niggas are failed comedians, failed actors, entertainers, hip hop artists, all this other shit, man. But yet you know fighting, or you think you know fighting. But you can't, like I said, the typical guy that sits online and breaks down boxing, probably can't even throw a proper punch, right? Probably can't even throw a proper punch, man. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this, man. I'm gonna go get my daughter, man. Maybe y'all live stream then. Go pick up my daughter right now. And then I'll be at the gym. But when I go to the gym, you know how I do now. I don't stay on long at the gym anymore, man. I get out the way. Right? I get out the way. Because remember, I used to open the door up for people, man. I'll be live at the gym. I used to show you guys world-class sparring. Marley Tucker, Amani, over your heads. #1 ranked fighter in the nation. National champion, over your head. You niggas sat online for years and years talking boxing. Weird. You niggas is weird, man. This weird, man. And then be mad at me when I come on here and pop and be like, yo, remember I told you about Jamali Tucker? He's a 4-time national champion. You niggas would get mad at me for spitting my truths, right? Weirdo activity, man. You can't make this shit up, man. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this sauce tonight, man. You know, you do have options, man. Sauce Experience, the news by Shanewz. Marketing, media, management. Put on the Keith Thurman joint. Now, I don't pay for StreamYard no more, CW. I'm on a whole nother format. I don't pay for StreamYard no more. So I don't upload those videos like that. I didn't renew my StreamYard my StreamYard for the year. It got to pay for itself now. Like I said, if I'm moving in a different direction, so the money that I was paying for StreamYard, I took it and put other places. That's why you see the content flow the way it is, because like I said, streaming on this and YouTube I felt like I'm wasting my money. I really am. Because like I said, I come on here, like yesterday, prime example, interviewed a Hall of Famer. A Hall of Famer, right? Now you see I'm adding it up and all that. But eventually when the channel starts to generate the funds, I may put it back into StreamYard. But right now, nah. I'm not paying for StreamYard. That's $65 a month for what? People don't even want to hit the like button for the content, but they try to run with my concepts. So, you know, we this is a real business over here, CW. I paid for StreamYard for I don't know how many years, you know? And all they would do is try to attempt to hide my content or make it seem like my content wasn't being viewed. And then on top of that, they would hold on. I gotta go to Fifth Avenue, man. That was the mailman. You heard my dogs going crazy? I was trying to catch the mailman and see. I gotta go to the post office to get the package. Damn, man. He said, "So you don't got the clips of him saying smart fighters?" Yeah, I have it, but I'm not paying. I don't pay no more for StreamYard, so I can't play my videos. I can't play my videos. Those are my videos that I had as like my commercials, like the drops of Tiana and who else? Coach Larry Wade and Tiafimo's dad and Richard Comey. I can't play those videos no more because I don't pay for StreamYard. I'm not paying for it no more. That's why you don't see my logo in the corner. I'm not paying. It's like it defeats the purpose. Like I'm trying. I'm on a different wave with it now, CW. Like I give out too much information and game for free over here. Like motherfuckers really overlook the becoming, right? So now, if you're not contributing, like I said, you are a War Eagle General, CW Thumbnails, right? Your rank is solidified, but I'm talking about the rest that think they're gonna always sit in the bushes and steal. Like, no, them days is over. Like I don't have to come on and do boxing content. Like I said, me and you already talked, CW. If I want to pop out January 31st, you already know what it is, man. But I'm so where I'm at with it now. It's like, do I want to pop out? Why do I pop out? Because like I said, I have an endless catalog that I'm already drowning the internet with now. Right? And if I pop out January 31st, that's just more and more and more. More and more and more. More than a more than a. But yes, hopefully y'all enjoy the content. I'm going to pick up my daughter, man. You do have options. I holla.